and stuff. How's everybody doing today?
I'm doing lovely, man. We were at camp this morning. I
Mhm.
brought you in the enemy territory, to come see what the soon to be division champions look like up
Oh
close.
Lord.
You got to see them up close. You got to get a little juxtaposition since you were just in Cowboys camp. You've been to our camp. You get to see the difference of what it was like, what the intensity and stuff was like. How was your day in Ashburn, Mark?
Like I was saying when we were out there, I felt like there wasn't a lot of energy. That was like straight business, and it wasn't so much. Here's the thing. I hate to say this, and my brethren are going to get mad at me, but it felt like there was no glitz and glamour type of a hype.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And that's where I was saying to my man DMV, it's like you got the rich kids versus the poor kids. And looking at your facility where your bubble looks like it's about to burst out there. I mean, it literally looks like they got duct tape on it. Some of the ropes that hold it down are snapped, and literally you see parts of it just kind of flailing in the wind. Okay. And you look at this, and I'm looking at this old building that I've seen since back when George Allen was the coach, that has not changed. And it's just like, wow, this is just not really good. It's just kind of trashy. Are you live?
It's definitely dated, man. I see you was going.
Are you doing this? Are you doing this live?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I didn't know we were doing this live. Oh, snap. So we got Washington. Oh, okay. All right. Two can play that game then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I see how you roll. You trying to sneak in on me and stuff. See, you can't trust a Washington commander, can you?
I had to come in with some backup. I had to come in with some guy.
Wow.
I can't even get mad at the fact that you're going on the bubble and how dated the team look. Wait till you hear the updated fight song, man.
Oh my God! Please play that. You never did play me the actual one. They took their old Washington commander. Washington Hail to the Redskins, and they just basically took the same music and then put Hail to the Commanders.
Yep, and then there's two variations. There's the fight for our commanders, and then there's the leaders on a mission instead of Braves on the warpath. And then we're still fighting for all DC.
Now check this out. They're also going to be putting it into the fans' hands about what their mascot's going to be.
Yep.
I can imagine what that's going to end up being like for those.
Like a Starship Trooper.
Oh my God! You know what? I'm hoping that it'll be like some cartoon astronaut or something like that, so we can truly clown the Washington Commanders away.
What I don't hope is that I'm sorry, like the gatekeepers, the older fan base, the one that's seen the glory day. I hope they don't force a fucking hog as the mascot, because it's a farm animal, and I'm really hog.
Oh my God!
I don't want to see some pig, some animated pig with holding the AK and wearing army fatigues. Like, I'm good on that, man.
But Rio, man, that Buzz Lightyear movie about to come out. Y'all about to have
my God,
Rowdy. Y'all about to have Buzz Lightyear.
Oh,
hey, I'll take it. Dan ain't chilling out that money to Disney. Dan ain't shelling out that money to own that property. A lot of fans are doing like Commandalorian stuff, like with like Star Wars helmets and stuff. We're not going to do anything that's going to require Dan Snyder to pay money for that, because he hasn't even started issuing money to get a stadium or a new vicinity built yet. So he's not paying for anything. It's going to be a dog or a pig with a jersey on. That's my take on it.
A dog or a pig. Oh man.
Oh,
about to hit up Charlotte's Web.
Pretty much.
You gonna have the little spider web that says Commanders on top.
Hey man, I'll take it. I don't care what the mascot is. Like, I'll push it out there and try to get fans involved in the voting and all that. I don't care what it is, man. I just want us to win games. But Dallas, talk to me. How is camp going for you guys? We just fired a coach today. What's interesting is happening out of Oxnard?
Well, we just fired a kicker. You fired a defensive line coach, Sam Mills, and we just got rid of a kicker. Brett Maher is back. We are literally scraping the bottom of the barrel. We got rid of Brett Maher for Greg the Leg, and we got rid of Greg the Leg for some no names, and we've gone back to Brett Maher. But Maher is actually in the Hall of Fame, isn't he?
Was it for the one longest
That
kicks?
longest kick, yeah.
I'm not the Hall of Fame, but yeah, he's got a record or something.
Now he can hit like the 60-yarders. He just can't hit anything inside of 45.
Hell no.
He sucks.
He's like well, no, I'm not even gonna say he's like Steph Curry with shooting, because Steph Curry can at least make a layup.
Yeah, that's when it's bad. It's just, and this is what drives me crazy is the Cowboys will have a problem and they know they have a problem, and they'll continue to just kind of ignore it and just act like it's not there. It's like, dude, do you understand that your kicker is ass? Okay, we've lost games because of our kickers, and I gotta say we've gone backwards. And even here for the 2 weeks of training camp, you looked at these two guys and said they're not NFL ready, and yet they still kept them in here. So here it is, the last basic practice in Oxnard is when we're going to sign our kicker. Okay.
I just don't understand why we won't sign Kyle Forbath.
Kai Forbath, keep it in the family, Kai Forbath, that used to be our guy back in the day.
Yeah, I know. And we had him and he was 10 for 10 with us, then we let him go.
Yeah. But he might cost money.
So what? We got money. What the hell?
Yeah, exactly. And they want to hold on to that money. That's the problem. They want to hold on. They're not going to spend that money. We know how the Cowboys are.
Yeah, look, we treat our roster like y'all treat y'all facility.
Oh, wow.
We spend all the money on the facility, but not on the roster.
Wow. What's up, Gina Thorne? How you doing? Mr. Bubble Wrap, there's 2 marks. Yeah, I know. I've got me up here. Okay, you want me to hide me? Okay, I will. Jeez, you can't stand to see my twin. There's 2 marks in the picture. Okay, all right. Well, anyway,
you gotta get this beauty on the screen, man. Like the beauty on the other half, man. Wearing the Commanders logo. You need that on the screen. But since camp started, what is the bigger storyline for y'all? Because people take practice, like Iverson said. People take these practice clips and they run with it. Bigger story. How's Dak looking in camp, or is Trayvon Diggs the worst? Is Diggs the worst corner ever? Because
Dak looks great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dak, I got no worries and no problems with Dak. Dak is so far ahead of where he was this time. Well, last year he couldn't throw. And, as good as it was for season, I know our Cowboy fans will tell you that Dak sucks and that if Dak doesn't perform this year, that he needs to be cut.
It's the best camp it's the best camp I've seen Dak ever have.
My God. I mean,
he's out there balling, bro.
When we first got there, and I'm throwing Carson Wentz under the bus because Carson Wentz was throwing the football for the ring. His first pass was low and it hit the post and it was like dunk. I caught that. So that's the first clip from my practice video that's not up yet. Okay. I was sitting there at the end of practice. Dak's at midfield. There's a trash can on the side. Dak throws it up and it literally drops right into the trash can. And I'm just like, damn, he's like at midseason form. And the practices yesterday, looking at pinpoint accuracy, over the shoulders, boom, right in the breadbasket, in stride and stuff. Dak looks good. Now, do we have problems with kickers? Yes. Do we have a problem on the offensive line if Tyron Smith gets hurt? Yes. Could you say maybe our wide receivers could be questionable because the only one that's actually caught a touchdown pass is CeeDee Lamb? Yes. Cowboys might have 99 problems, but Dak ain't one of them.
Dak ain't one of them. You love to hear it because everybody's like, he lost his number 1 target with Amari Cooper going to Cleveland in a deal, which I feel like y'all did not get enough back in return for, but who's to say? Like, is Dak ready to live up to the pressure of, can he be great without Amari Cooper? Is Dak ready to take that next step? Because a lot of guys hate on Dak. I don't get it. As a Washington fan, I'd love to have a Dak Prescott. Is he ready to take that next step?
I tell you what, would you be upset if you had a quarterback that threw 37 touchdown passes last year?
No.
4,445 yards.
Hell no.
Literally, that's not good enough for him. I mean, that's the same amount of touchdown passes as Aaron Rodgers and Pat Mahomes. But they'll come up with, well, it was garbage time. It doesn't really. I don't understand that shit
bro,
at all.
I don't care what time it is, bro. I want to. We haven't had a quarterback throw for 30 touchdowns in 55 years. You think I'm gonna scoff at 38 touchdowns?
55 years?
Sonny Jurgensen. I wasn't alive.
Oh my! Oh, wait. Let's put this in perspective. I was 1 year old. The last time you had a quarterback throw for 30 touchdown passes, oh my God.
Kirk threw for 29 and he almost threw for 5,000, but he never hit 30. I've never witnessed a quarterback in this damn uniform throw for 30 touchdowns. Bill Tortolo, or I don't even know how to pronounce that. He has a question. He said he was listening to Mike Fisher. He was talking about Trevon Diggs being great at wide receiver. He wants to know your opinion about that.
You know what? He's not Deion Sanders. You know, I just need him to be the best cornerback he can be. All right. Forget this stuff of part-time. No, I mean, yeah, he played wide receiver in high school, I believe.
Yeah, good counsel. I think he went to good counsel too. Yeah.
You know, which is great. I'm glad to hear that. But you know what? I need a cornerback right now. And I'm actually not worried about my receivers. I know that they don't have a lot of pedigree and stuff like that, or, you know, a lot of reps. But see, here's the thing. When we looked at 2018, when we got Amari Cooper, we didn't have a CeeDee Lamb. We didn't even have a good tight end. We had Dalton Schultz and Blake Jarwin, who were both rookies, and we had Rico Gathers starting. So we had no tight end. Our best wide receiver was Cole Beasley, and then we had like Alan Hearns, Bryce Butler, Terrence Williams was mostly injured then. So we literally had nobody. Now, I will say that Dak Prescott, is a hell of a lot better passer now than he was in 2018.
Yeah.
And having a full offseason and working with these guys, Jalen Tolbert's going to be really good.
Yeah, he is. Semi is stepping up a little bit.
He's starting to get better. And I'm going to say Houston is looking really, really good. You know, the funny thing about practice is, and we all know it, you know, Carson Wentz has one bad pass. Everybody's going to blow that out there and look at that and say, oh, look at Carson Wentz, same old guy. But that's not the totality of practice. It's like Vasher's one touchdown catch. You know, you have Cowboy fans like, oh my God, look at that, man. He's Odell Beckham. He should be starting.
Getting locked
he should
down
be number one, man. That guy's incredible. But the reality is that's just one play. When you look at totality, he hasn't really moved that far up. A guy like Houston has been very, very consistent. Jalen Tolbert and Dak seem to have this whole connection that just seems like it's instantaneous. And sometimes that happens because I can look and say Des Bryant and Tony Romo had that kind of connection.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Dak and Dez never really connected that same way that Tony Romo did. That's not to say that Dak isn't a good quarterback or Dez Bryant isn't a great receiver. It's just some guys just seem like they click better than others. Jerry Rice and, of course, Joe Montana were just like gold. You know, you just couldn't separate, and they instantly clicked. But then again, just about everybody with Jerry Rice. But
I'm about to say Jerry Rice would click with me, and I'm not the greatest quarterback in the world.
True. But
can I answer?
Mr. Bubble Ref says Kirk Cousins and Joe Theismann both threw 29. You mean Mark? Wait a minute. Mark Rippon didn't throw for 30 that season.
That happened. 55
that game was like crazy, man. Like remember?
Wow.
It was the running game. But I kind of wanted to go to Rio's question about Diggs, Trayvon Diggs. You know, him and his brother, they work out in the offseason a lot of times, and there are videos out there of them doing both. I think what makes him probably better at corner or getting better is the fact that
he gets
the opportunity to work with an all-pro a lot of the time. I'm not too worried about him getting beat like everybody's saying.
If
you look at it, Dak is putting the ball on the freaking money.
He is. And the thing is one day the offense is feeling it, the next day the defense is, and you don't know if the defense is playing just a vanilla defense and we're trying to, you know, let the offense have their way and stuff. If there's an offense or defense focus and stuff, we only see what's actually happened on the field. And that drill, quite frankly, you know, they're not giving them a chuck at the line. It's just basically one-on-one. The quarterback's not getting molested. He's got all day to throw. And how often does the quarterback have all day to throw with no pressure? So, you know,
not to mention too, And this happened after the injury to James Washington.
Yeah.
Trayvon Diggs was the one who rolled up his leg. So one of the people on one of my videos said that Diggs hasn't been the same since. So maybe they've kind of dialed back a little bit on how they want, guys to play, so they're not rolling up anybody else's leg.
I want to say that one of the days, I want to say Wednesday, I don't think I saw him on the field.
Trayvon?
I think one day I thought I didn't see him practicing. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Trying to remember, everything went so fast, it was like a blur. But you got people that are in and out of the lineup. But I tell you what, I feel good about my defense. I love us getting Anthony Barr. I think the Cowboys signed Anthony Barr in a hurry on Wednesday because you guys lost one of your linebackers. It's Cole White.
No, Drew Cole, somebody who was not really going to be a factor here. But we've had our eyes
for linebackers.
We've had our eye on Anthony Barr for a while. And speaking of linebackers, a linebacker requested a trade today, an elite one, an all-pro 25-year-old linebacker, Roquan Smith out of Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see him in the NFC East wearing burgundy and gold, but I know the way we get down, we're just too frugal and we move too old school. But I would love to know that we at least made a call to Christian's question, walking to him Wentz. He had a sharp day today. It seems like a business day. It seems like a game week. The offense was sharp for the most part. He had a couple erratic throws, but he was on the money. He hit the passes he needed to hit, and on 7-on-7s, the ball didn't touch the ground. He had a good day today, and it was interesting day because our starting running back was running with the twos a lot, and the rookie was running with the one.
Oh my God!
They had Gibson on the sideline.
I got so used to talking to Law last week. DMV, I saw shit I have never seen before in my life. Okay, Antonio Gibson must have fumbleitis because I think they're
fumbling.
Well,
today.
Had him for about 10 minutes right in front of me. I've never seen a football strapped with the bands.
Resistance band.
They had him holding the football and running. Okay. The coach is trying to yank it out of his hands. And the female, I don't know why I can't remember her name. She's got another pad. She's
Jennifer King.
But they're doing all these different drills, fumbling, trying to prevent him from fumbling. And you were telling me he had a couple of fumbles that were real bad there.
On Friday, he fumbled twice.
Yeah, so they are definitely focusing in on Randy. What's up? Stopping those fumbles from him. It was hilarious watching him working on that. I was like, I've never seen anybody get that much fumbling.
He led all backs and fumbles last year, and his fumbles came at the most inopportune time. They were running 4th and goal team drill to close out practice Friday, and he fumbled on the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I remember hearing that. I remember saying that.
Gina Thorne says Diggs is not practicing today. Now, is that a Veterans Day off, or is that going to be a rest? And I don't expect the team probably to do that hard of a practice today, knowing that come Thursday and Friday they're going to be practicing against Denver, be it without Randy Gregory.
So, which unit of your team is going to be the anchor this year? Is it going to be the defense or the offense?
I think it's definitely going to be the defense because let's look at it this way. Let's say our offense doesn't score as many points and stuff. Let's say it takes a step back from number 1 to say 5th. If our defense plays like I think it's going to, I think we'll be okay. I honestly do. I think about this team being built like the 2013 Seattle Seahawks with a better quarterback right now. People are going to cuss me out and say, "How dare you, Russell Wilson won the Super Bowl?"
You're right.
But Russell Wilson only had like 3,300 yards and I think 22 touchdowns when they won the Super Bowl. They had beast mode with 1,247 yards. They were number 1 in scoring defense, number 1 in yardage defense, and number 1 in taking the football away. And so you had a team that was so balanced that was giving the offense short fields and more opportunities. And I feel like that's what this defense, I'm going to tell you, from what I saw in practice and the type of guys we have, they realize having Micah Parsons at the line of scrimmage is key. And that's one of the reasons why they got Anthony Barr, because he can cover and he can also rush as well. And we have speed at every position on there. Even our big guys, Neville Gallimore, he's a big guy, 300 pounds, but he's got a motor. And Tristan Hill was another one of those guys that you saw him get pancaked by Tyler Smith on Monday last week. But after that, he manned the F up, and he was unblockable. And this might be, Tristan Hill. At first, I thought Tristan Hill was going to get cut. I almost feel like Tristan Hill is going to be a lock. But having him and that damn Eclipse, the Mountain, John Ridgway, that boy is big. And he got an attitude. He is nasty.
Yeah.
He is going to, if we're in that, and I believe we're going to do a lot of 3-4 defense because we're going to have a lot of speed out there. And Micah yesterday kind of said, I don't know if he slipped this or whatever, but he was saying, D-Law slipping down to tackle and me at end. That's a lot of speed right there. And then you got Sam Williams who's running a 4.46 out there, then you get a John Ridgway or a Neville Gallimore. Holy smokes. All of a sudden, you better be on your game because they're coming quick. And I think that this is going to be the year that the Cowboys really dial it up. The other thing I was amazed about at camp, and I didn't realize how tall our secondary is. Everybody in there is like 6'2", 6'3", 6'5". I'm just like, damn. They have length. They will be aggressive, and they're going to come after your ass. Okay. So look for Carson Wentz to do what he does.
What's that? What's that?
Interceptions. Hold on to the ball too long.
Your quarterback.
Players told him, get rid of it.
Your quarterback. Man. Don't do my man Commander Wentz like that. Is CeeDee Lamb ready to be a number one receiver? And where does he rank amongst the receivers in the NFC East to you guys?
I almost say this is going to sound kind of crazy. He was in the number 2 position, but I think he was really the number 1 receiver. That's who Dak seemed to go to more than Amari Cooper.
Yeah, I think
especially the second half of the season. So I don't think it's like any bigger pressure for him.
What you saying?
He's ready to be number 1. And as far as where I'd rank him probably at number 2 behind Scary Terry.
Hey, my man.
I probably put Scary Terry slightly above him.
Ooh, well, we'll have to wait and see.
But he might emerge. He might see. Here's the thing, like we said, Amari and Gallup were taking taking targets from him.
Right,
we're gonna move him around quite a bit, so you never know. I mean, what he does with more targets. But I do like Scary Terry. I ain't gonna sit here and hold you. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, we finally have like a non-peasant throwing him the football, so we may actually see him really take off because he's totally capable of a 1,500-yard type season, but he's had like me and Mark throwing him the ball every
garbage time. Yeah. When you're way behind trying to catch up.
This is what I will say about Scary Terry though. First year he gave Diggs trouble. Last year Diggs gave him a black eye. So
put him in a seatbelt. Put him in a seatbelt.
Huh?
Oh yeah. Diggs put him in a seatbelt last year. I'm not even gonna lie.
So I'm curious to see how that happens.
Now, here's the thing, though, Rio. See, and we'll find out if I'm right or not. But I think the Cowboys' offense is going to be different than what we were in the past. Because, see, the fans, the chicks dig the deep ball. We all know that, right? The fans, everyone wants to see the big, CeeDee Lamb doing a 180, big catch and stuff like that. But that's not always winning football. And with us getting Jake Ferguson, and I've been upset that he's been out because of having the hamstring issue. He's back at practice today, which is good. Thinking about 2 tight end set, 12 personnel, and running the football. People keep saying that Zeke Elliott's done. I'm not ready to say Zeke Elliott's done. He ran against the Eagles. Wouldn't we say the Eagles' defensive line was pretty good?
Oh, hell yeah. Especially
in that first game, he rushed for 90 yards, 5.3 yards a carry before the PCL injury. If the Cowboys' offensive line with the Tyler Smith, who's a road grader, you want that guy going downhill.
Did you see that touchdown run Zeke had yesterday?
Yeah, Zeke
had a cutback. Yeah, Zeke looked good, bro.
When you looked at from the Rams,
he shut down Terry last year, guys. We don't have to. We can call him spade, bro.
Why can't I think of him? But when he came back with the arthritic knee, when you saw him working in practice, you looked at it and said he's got an. It was kind of like watching Chase Young walk across the field. He's looking like Chase Old right now with that leg.
So Chase is limping?
Listen, man, he had to get a graft out of his other leg.
This way. Seeing Gallup walking and working on the bands, Gallup is way ahead of where Chase Young is.
Wow.
Chase Young, I've got a clip of him just watching him walk that you can tell that he's not walking normal. and you can still see some of the swelling in the top part of his knee. And understand, here's what happened.
And Logan are gonna
he had to get both knees worked on because they took a graft out of the other knee to make the ACL. So it's going to be quite a while. It wouldn't surprise me if he didn't play half the season.
Now I'm gonna hate on y'all Commanders a little bit, Rio, but I always have love for the DMV talent. Like we talking about Trayvon Diggs, that's a DMV talent guy. Chase Young,
Curly,
I'm gonna have love for him. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, hate on us though. Let's hear it.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely hate on you, but the DMV guys, I'm all my name's DMV Fanatic, so I'm always going to hold it down for DMV.
Now I will say that Carson Wentz he looked good today. I'm not gonna lie, he definitely looks better than what you guys have had since Kirk Cousins. Definitely look better than anything that I've seen from Washington in quite a while.
Well, it's not even close. And anyone that thinks that it's not a significantly and marginally, vastly different upgrade from what
that really says more about the people you've had in here than it does about Carson Wentz.
Listen, man, Wentz is good is 1,000 times better than what we've had over these last few years. I'll take the bad, I'll take the flaws.
But make no mistake about it. Once he has one of those Carson Wentz games,
I'm not going to be calling for his head though, because I don't want to see Taylor Heineke ever start a game here again, and I don't want to see a 5th round rookie forced to play football. So no matter how good or bad he plays, he's not coming out a game unless injury, knock on wood. He's not coming out the game this year. He's our guy. We're married for this year. We're walking down the aisle for 2022. And if there's going to be any years put on it, it's going to be determined by his play on the field. But I think we're going to be fine this year. Based on what you've seen out of camp so far, we got preseason games starting this week and what our schedules look like. How do you feel about you guys' chances? I want both of y'all to answer this. You guys' chances of repeating, because repeating as division champion does not happen in this division. How do y'all feel about it?
I feel good about repeating, to be honest. And it really just depends on, and I'll say this. I say it now, just, as long as my quarterback makes it through the finish line, I think we win the division because I think he's better than everybody.
I think he's far and away better than everybody. And like I said, seeing him in training camp, seeing him move around, seeing him being able to plant and let it rip, he's got so much velocity in the fall. If you were really watching that second half of the season of Dak, when he is doing bootlegs, he is getting off of the ground because that calf was hurting so much that he's not even touching the ground when he's throwing the football.
I said it then, and people said I was crazy. No, he's healthy. I'm like, no, he's not, bro. Look at him. Barely making it back there.
And as much as everybody has talked about the moves that we made, letting go, oh my God, your offensive line is going to be terrible. You let go Connor Williams and Lyle Collins. Our offensive line played the best last season while Lyle Collins was suspended.
Wentz is not better than that, guys. Get off the drugs, guys.
But he might be better than Jalen Hurts.
No, we're not even going to mic that. We're not even going to mic.
Well, I'm just saying Jalen Hurts kind of took his job, though, man. So,
Jalen Hurts is ass, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not calling what I see. We got to see if he's a quarterback first.
But Jalen Hurts is the reason he's not in Philly, though. So if I'm looking at both of them, I say Wentz is better, but somebody
Wentz is a better quarterback, man. Jalen Hurts will beat him in a race and with the football in his hand running it.
I'm not going to say that Hurts was the reason. It wasn't
they win with Hurts, though. They win a lot easier with Hurts.
Wait, hold it.
They beat one playoff. They beat one
Heineke right
team last year.
They were just so done with Wentz that it didn't matter who else it was.
But they weren't winning games. Oh, you mean the team? The team
was. I mean, you had the coach and the quarterback not even talking to each other. He had to go.
But they love Hurts, so that's got to count for something.
But I'm saying it didn't matter.
He has all the right mentality.
Wentz. They were so done with Carson Wentz's attitude.
Well, so was the Colts.
Yeah.
I mean, the Colts needed a scapegoat because they can't beat the Jags in fucking Jacksonville. It's been 6 years since they've done it, but we're just going to act like Wentz is the only quarterback that does it. Hurts has everything you want between the ears.
Yeah, but hold on. But before you go there and say that they haven't done it, yeah, true, they haven't done it in 6 years, but they brought him in because they said, you're going to be the guy that turns us around. I mean, they had Phillip Rivers the year before who got them to the playoffs at least, right?
Yep.
And so they look and said, this guy's going to be an upgrade for us. This is a guy who
they traded a whole bunch for.
You're
him
right. They gave up a lot to get him. It wasn't like, oh, we're bringing you in here so you can lose to Jacksonville. We're bringing you in here because we think you can beat Jacksonville and get us deep in the playoffs.
But there's a lot more context to it than that, too. And the Raiders game the week before, he had him in position to win the game, and Derek Carr clutched them in the fourth quarter. He didn't go out and let Hunter Renfrow seal the game for them in Vegas the week before.
Well, Rio, think about this. They gave up a lot for him.
And then
they just let him go for Matt Ryan, bro.
And Matt Ryan is like, he's not Matty Ice anymore.
Yeah, he's a dinosaur.
Matty Nice.
He's Matty Puddle on the ground.
Their owner, I'm sure he does crack, so it does not surprise me that they needed a scapegoat. They needed someone to hang it on. Why you think the whole team was mad at the way that the Wentz situation played out? His teammates were upset about that. All those teammates that people swear shun him and don't like him, they didn't like that. Darius Leonard, Quentin Nelson, they did not like the way that played out at all.
All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see if the third team is a charm in the last 3 years. Okay. Okay. Maybe, you know what you guys remind me of? There's always that woman that looks at the guy who's always been a dog and she says, I can fix him.
I can make a man.
I can make him.
He can fix everybody,
and you can't fix him. You can't fix him.
But he's been a good man before. He's been a good husband before. But he got hurt. He had to take a year off, man. He was a top quality man before.
When he came back, he was like, Foles, bring Foles back.
Rio, it doesn't matter where you come from or whatever it is. You are the Bermuda Triangle of quarterbacks.
Oh, we are.
Okay. You brought Donovan McNabb, who had been to a Super Bowl here, right? He made what, $42 million for being here that 1 year? Okay. Right.
Just to get benched cardiovascular endurance.
Then you decided, well, you know what? We're not going to deal with these veteran quarterbacks. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get one of the best prospects out there.
John Beck. Was it John Beck?
No.
Oh.
They want RG3.
No, but it was John Beck before him.
Oh, okay.
It was Rex Grossman and John Beck.
Okay. You did have those guys. Then you go out and you say, we're going to get the best prospect. And I remember when they drafted RG, they said, Washington, they're set at quarterback for the next 10 years.
I'm not gonna lie, man. That injury
after that injury.
He's an egomaniac, and he's actually a really trash quarterback. He thought that he looked in the mirror and saw Rodgers and Brady when actually it was his athleticism and the offense we were running that helped him. But him and his dad with his crooked ass high and tight fade sat down the coaches and said, we're not running the zone read anymore.
It should have been Lamar Jackson before Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, but after that knee went, here's the thing that's crazy though. Okay, this is one of those I could drop the mic moment because I was blessed enough that after that rookie year of RG3s, that I was at the Pro Football Hall of Fame and I got to drive Roger Staubach back to his hotel. And we were talking about the pistol offense. And he was like, you think it's going to revolutionize football? I said, no. I said, you know what's going to happen? I said, teams are going to realize when the quarterback runs and gets out there, just knock the shit out of them a couple times. And they'll think twice before they go through.
Yeah, he was terrible at protecting himself. He didn't know how to slide.
Oh my God, he was the ugliest slider ever. It looked painful when you saw him slide. It's like, I know that knee's gonna pop on there, but he was just never the same after that. But then after that, you had Kirk Cousins, and quite frankly, it would have been wise had you guys kept Kirk Cousins as opposed to the 9 guys that have played since him.
Hey man. Like Washington, man.
So I want y'all to understand, Washington is so bad that they wish they still had Kirk Cousins.
First of all, Kirk Cousins. Listen, Kirk Cousins do numbers, bro. So people can say what they want to about, he didn't win this mini playoff game. He gets his numbers in garbage time. I will take those numbers every day of the week. This guy's consistently going over 30 touchdowns and 4,000 yards with the Vikings. And plenty of quarterbacks don't win shit. Matthew Stafford won a Super Bowl last year. Before last year, he had not done himself shit in the playoffs before.
Well, here's the thing. You bring up the Rams and Matthew Stafford. I think there's opportunity in the NFC this year. Now, right now, Matthew Stafford is dealing with tendonitis, elbow. Now, he did have one practice there. He looked sharp, but he's still not quite there. That basically, we're trying to work in between getting him a little bit of work. They don't have Odell, although they're talking about trying to re-sign Odell. I don't think that the Rams, are going to be able to repeat. I don't think they're going to be as strong as a team. I mean, nobody's repeated since the 2003 or 2004 season with New England.
Something like that.
So I'm not sure that, you got the Super Bowl hangover, and still Matthew Stafford. I know they won the Super Bowl, but it wasn't solely because of Matthew Stafford. He led the league in interceptions.
Yeah.
I think he had 4 pick sixes last year. It's just that he's got a phenomenal coach. He's got Aaron Donald and a defense that bailed him out.
Coaching.
It bothers me that Aaron Donald's like the best player in the NFL, and he's rarely
he is.
He's rarely talked about, bro. Like, why doesn't he get the market that he's the best non-quarterback in the league? You might as well call him the best player in the NFL.
He is the best player in the NFL. He is. He is. Mm-hmm. There's nobody that dominates their position.
And he has personality. Why the hell isn't he marketed like it?
I'm telling you, seeing him work it out with the knives in the off season and shit like that for speed drills, it's crazy. But you're right. He is. So, but I think that they're going to come back down to earth just a little bit. People are still talking about San Francisco. San Francisco had a great run, but what happens with Shanahan is they'll have a good season, then they kind of really drop off, and then a good season and drop off. And I'm not sure that Trey Lance is going to be the guy.
I like Lance, man. I think Kyle gonna get that boy right, man. He has the personality that Griffin.
I know what he's doing, man. At this point, we just gotta admit it that Kyle knows what he's doing.
Okay, well, all right. Green Bay lose Devontae Adams.
It's very interesting. Like, who's going to be
in trouble? But
I don't think they're going to be the same team.
Yeah.
Devontae Adams was literally like 36% of their passing offense.
Who's team number 4 in the NFC? We got the Rams, the Bucks, and the Packers. Who's that next team in the NFC this year? Is it the Cardinals? Who is it?
I don't think the Cardinals.
Who's it going to be?
But here's the thing. I think Tampa Bay is one of those.
Tampa's going to be as good.
Tampa Bay is getting old. They don't have Gronk, which is truly, they don't have Anthony Brown. He definitely quit on them. Chris Godwin is another ACL guy coming back. I mean, I know they got Julio Jones, which is a name but he can't stay healthy, and he has not been the same guy for about 3 years.
Facts.
Okay, Leonard Fournette is the fat boys are back. Okay, Leonard Fournette's he's about. I believe he was my weight there. Okay, I want you to understand. Leonard Fournette about a month ago was 260. That's what I am. Now, do you see me as an NFL running back? Okay. That's how fat he was. All right, that's fat. Okay,
that's hilarious.
So I think they're going to come back down, and I think Jameis Winston got hurt yesterday in practice.
He's all right though.
I think he's going to be okay. They're not that worried about him. So in the NFC, I think that there's opportunity. Oh, I forgot the team to beat in the NFC. The Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh my God, we forgot about the All-Star.
They've already won the NFC Championship. They're already ready to go play the Super Bowl. I don't even know why we're going to have a season by the way the Eagle fans are talking.
We went 37 minutes without talking about the Super Bowl favorite Philadelphia Eagles.
My son literally posted on Twitter that if it were, that Dak Prescott's the maybe the best ranked quarterback in the NFC East, but I'd pick for one moment in the playoffs, it would be Jalen Hurts over all the NFC quarterbacks. and for all you good people out there, let me play this for you. There you go.
Answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't
Hurts,
handle the truth.
The pass, throws, pick. Horrible pass. Oh my God.
Oh my God, man. The NFC East is definitely a 3-team race, and I would like to see all of us humble the shit out of these people.
Stupid throw. Son of a bitch! Bad throw! Stupid throw! Stupid throw! Stupid throw! Stupid throw!
Oh,
that's
all right. That was, by the way, that was a pick 6 by Diggs when he went off on that. So yeah, I'm just trying to, like I said, I think the Eagles are going to be a better team. I honestly do. They have better talent. Jordan Davis. I wanted him. I'll be flat out.
Me too.
I wanted him on my defense. I think he's going to be a great player and stuff like that. But they still have to take all these players that they've brought in and get them to become a cohesive team. And the thing that kills me right now is I don't know how NFL teams get ready for a season because, I believe in practice. There's 14 padded practices. You don't tackle anybody.
Should tell the Giants that they out there fighting each other and brawling and shit.
Right. They fighting each other again. They fight each other every year.
Giant land.
Getting up and swinging on them, but they tripping out in Giants.
Yo, didn't he make them do up downs last year or something?
And he's having the coaches running shit last year.
That's where he's like a high school coach. Okay. But honestly, I don't know. And this is where I think actually the Cowboys have an advantage over the Eagles is because most of our defensive players are guys that were coming back that, got the crash course on Dan Quinn's defense, that we've added a couple more pieces, but these guys can now start to get the subtleties of, Jalen Hurts, who, I'm sorry, Eagle fans, he's a good quarterback.
I laugh at
but now you've got these receivers and things, so you've got to get the plays down. You got to get used to where the guys go. See, Dak ended up last year not being able to throw in training camp. Dak couldn't throw in the whole offseason, so he never really got a chance to really sync with his receivers. This year, he's been able to do all of that work. We know he works out at his house. He's got the practice field back there. He's gotten those guys together. And that's where I look and say, Jalen Tolbert and him. Jalen Tolbert doesn't look like a rookie, out there with Dak in practice. Now, it may be different when it's, live and everything else. But right now, it looks like they've been playing together for quite a while.
Yeah,
and that's going to help the Cowboys.
Chemistry when y'all see that rookie number 1, Jahan Dotson, when y'all see that boy. When y'all see that boy in a couple weeks, man, y'all gonna see what the rookie's doing. But I think it's a 3-team race in the division. I don't have the Giants. I think the Giants are gonna go 3-14, and they're gonna.
What 3 are they gonna beat?
I don't know. They're gonna sneak a 3-win.
It's probably gonna be y'all because they somehow beat y'all. Y'all have trouble with them. I don't know why.
Daniel Jones turns into Lamar Jackson Mahomes when he plays against us for some reason. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. They're gonna get 3 wins somehow and not be in the conversation. The division is going to come down to week 18 when the Cowboys come to FedEx Field and we're playing for the division in the whiteout game in January. That's when the division is going to be decided. What say you guys before we sign off?
The last time we were out there, like Mark put a bag of trash on the ground. I ran it over.
He literally ran it over. My question is, will the stadium still be standing by week 18?
Stadium's gonna be fine, man.
Are you sure about that?
I can't say the practice bubble's gonna be up by week 18, but the stadium will still be standing.
I don't know, man. Listen, I will not get any of the covered seats. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I'm on the club level, so when it collapses, at least I'm gonna be on top of it, and no sewage pipes will drain on my head.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder if those fans will bring the seats back that they stole last year.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Well, you were telling me that they've got mesh seats up there now.
On the club level, they got mesh seats now. They're comfortable as shit. I wish they had them on the lower level. I got to sit in that hard ass shit. You know what I'm saying?
You mean they don't treat the fan ambassadors nicer than that?
They probably had to replace the seats after all the sewage was flying all over the place.
It's true on that one.
Oh my God, we need a new stadium.
We're gonna ruin you for life, man. We're gonna take you to a game in Dallas.
Oh, take me. I need to know what my new stadium's gonna be like because when our new venue is built, all that stadium shit, we're gonna dead all of that because our new stadium gonna be like that.
Okay, is it gonna be? So is it gonna be in Dumfries or what? Like I've heard that they might. I heard that there might be some objections.
Man, that's just gonna stay in there.
Maryland and VA, it's probably gonna stay in Landover, but Maryland and VA, they're duking it out for the stadium. I just want to know what it's gonna be so they can start building it because I'm tired of our old dated ass stadium and practice facility. I want to see some new state of the art shit. And no matter where the stadium is, you're gonna find me there because I don't care if I can take the ride to dusty ass Landover from Virginia. Then those same fans in Maryland can drive your ass down to Prince William County to watch the Commanders play.
I don't know that I want to be in your stadium in the next 2 or 3 years with that much more wear and tear because they're not fixing shit there. They're just going to let it slowly fall.
FedEx is going
it will literally be collapsing underneath them. It will be rocking like the old RFK did. Unfortunately, it's rocking and falling to the ground.
Especially if we start to win games in that stadium, like I predict us winning 11 this year, we may knock that whole fucking
11.
stadium down.
Yes,
11 and 6. 11 and 6.
11.
11 and 6.
Playoffs.
100% playoff.
But like I said, I have to confess my love for Carson Wentz right now for 2 weeks this season. For 2 weeks only when they play the Eagles. Could you imagine if Carson Wentz went back to Philadelphia
Monday night?
Washington won?
Woo!
Could you imagine how the Eagles would feel?
I'm going to tune in to Philly's channel just for that.
Oh, well, you know, we've got the Philly meltdown cam.
They may not let us out this fucking stadium if we go up there on Monday Night Football and Wentz just lights them up for the whole world to see.
That would be must-see TV. I could see Philly 500 just losing his mind.
Yeah.
Philly 500, he might have to just like end his channel.
That would be the greatest thing ever. But I appreciate y'all for stopping by, giving me an update on y'all Dallas Cowboys. We'll do this again.
All right.
Let people know where to find you, even though I'm sure they know where to find you. Mark posts 1,000 videos a day.
Yeah,
well, today I was out in Ashburn there with my son Rio here, and everywhere we went, he was throwing me under the bus. Okay, I saw the tweet that you did out there. You know, here we got Cowboy fan here walking across, and I'm getting all this hate from all these Washington fans. Who let that motherfucker?
Did you get booed?
I didn't really get booed too much. I just kind of got a few dirty looks. And the one lady who, of course, she said, "Oh, Rio, make sure you take my picture." Okay. And she was like, "Oh, you a Cowboy fan? You can't come in here."
You wore you wore the Jobu shirt like
I wore
that?
this shirt and I wore my salute to service hat. You know,
he was trying to blend in. He tried to give
I was trying to be undercover. And this motherfucker was like, calling me out and everything else.
Hey, Mark looked a little too happy to put on that Commander's VIP bracelet and hold the Chase Young sign. He looked like he wanted to get it autographed and put it up on his house, put it in his man cave.
Hey, you better protect them or there's no wings. No wings for you.
That's right. No wings for you. Okay. And we're going to put you out in the outside corner that's in the sun. Okay. Or the rain, depending on the weather. But I appreciate Rio and everything else. But just check out Jobu Sports Report, Mark Holmes, and all that, and you'll see me, somewhere and so on. And if you're a troll, don't come. I mean, at least be nice. Don't be like Looney Mooney, always coming in here trying to tell me you don't know Washington history. It's like I don't give a rat's ass about Washington history. All you got to know is Washington stinks. And if you talk about the Cowboys having won a Super Bowl, since the 90s.
Y'all haven't either.
It was even before that since Washington's won one. So there's that.
My birth year, man. I was a whole newborn last time we won 11 games. And I'm predicting
the last time you had a quarterback throw for 30 TDs, I was a baby, 1 year old. That's hard to believe.
It's putrid. It's so unbelievable to believe in today's league where passing is everything. DMV, tell them where they can find you, my guy.
Yeah, guys, I'm at DMV Fanatic. Yeah, I'm in the DMV. I am a Cowboys fan, but you guys can find me at DMV Fanatic on YouTube, DMV Fanatic 1 on Twitter.
Yes, sir. Right. And that's going to do for right now. We're signing off. We're done talking about practice. Both teams open up preseason game week number 1 this week, and we'll have more to talk about soon. Until next time, hail to the Washington Commanders. You're soon champions. Until next time, out.
All right. I'm gonna get him on out of here.